This is the Joyride from the future. So
Yeah.
the future of this episode, clearly my hair is even different. But we have an exciting
announcement to make. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the big day is here. This will be our first ever live recording of the JOYRIDE podcast.
Woo! Sophie, you have to put like woo!
Yeah, Sophie, you have to put some celebration. Man. This is big news, man.
Yeah.
The first live recording of the JOYRIDE podcast is going to be happening on the 30th of April. Where?
At the Saxon Valleys Lounge in Karen, the Waterfront Mall.
From what time?
From 1 p.m.
Who's going to be there?
Me.
And who else?
You.
Wanjiru and Ben.
Yes.
Are going to be in the building.
And everyone else that works on the Joyride.
Yeah.
They'll all be there.
So the tickets are live.
Yes, and you can buy your tickets.
How much are they going for?
Early bird, 1,000.
Yes.
Bob, and then we have for singles and couples. And couples, we don't mean it has to be your significant other or your partner.
Or your boss.
Yeah,
it
could be
for changing your life.
It could be your friend, it could be your sister, your mother.
Yeah.
Just couple tickets at 1,800 Bob. We do have regular ones, early bird sell out.
Yeah.
Hoping that they do. So yeah.
We hope that these tickets get to sell out because they will determine a couple of things. So the link is in the description below. So all you have to do is just click on the link, then buy a ticket. We're really excited about this. We're trying to make this as the most exciting experience possible. I told you it's gonna be so interesting because we're also going to be seeing those questions for the first time, and it's gonna be a bit awkward if I'm slow or if I'm not getting there quick enough.
And there is a surprise for you guys who come to the live.
Yeah.
So all we're saying is buy the tickets.
Yeah.
The link is in the description box.
Definitely.
We really hope we'll see you guys on the 30th. Mark your calendars. I need the day just before a holiday. Unajua hiyo weekend yote itakuwa holiday. Because Friday 30th ukuje uhang out na sisi. First ni holiday, second ni holiday. God.
Buy the tickets.
Yeah. In the meantime, let's watch this week's episode. Hello, welcome to episode 8. Congratulations, Ben. I never thought you could be this consistent with Psycho Podcast.
Oh man,
you have taught us different things, but now this, you have come a long way.
Nabado. We've just been consistent with the podcast. Hatujaingia live recordings, hatujaingia mambo ingine, hatujaingia match, hatujaingia products.
Na zote utakuwa consistent.
Zote niko hapo uone hadi leo nimevalia leather jacket hapo, the real Mr. Irongo.
You want to shout out your Oh, do you want to shout out who dressed you?
What?
So ulifanya hivyo last week?
Oh yeah, last week I was dressed by Lux. This week is Zara.
You can't give credit where it's due.
Okay, yeah, it's Zara. Wanjiru brought me this jacket from Turkey.
Thank you.
Nikasema, sisema si Turkey. I'm just trying to be poetic for
Shut up.
Poetic fans.
Welcome to episode 8. Today we are talking money. Coincidentally, we are matching black and white.
Coincidentally? Yes, that's true.
Just be honest with people.
No, it's a coincidence, but they're like true facts. I've just seen her on set and I was shocked. Like, how can this happen, you know? If you live together with somebody, all that drama.
So before we get to the questions, we just want to go. We have so much content that goes on our Instagram page. If you haven't followed us there, please do. Our handle is?
JOYRIDE Podcast. And mine is Ben Psycho, BENCYCO.
You must plug yourself and your music.
Yeah, every time. Hata ukiitwa kuomba before you pray, like, guys, by the way, it's BENCYCO.
Natuombe.
Yeah.
So I will read some comments there.
So guys, I'm not following you.
Wanjiru_Njiru.
Okay.
But if you follow the Joyride, you'll find me there. So we posted a reel about the different people, of how differently it is in how we get ready in the morning.
The routine.
Yeah. I take a bit of time.
A bit?
A bit. Just slightly. A few, 5-6 minutes. But who's counting? And we shared that, and it was so good to see a lot of you relate. Someone here says, "Mi nimefunzwa patience by force. If we're going somewhere with Madam, lazima tuchelewe no matter what time we wake up. We found a way around it though. Makeup is done in the car tukiendaga." Na akatag the wife.
With no shame.
Yeah, but it was so interesting. A lot of people related, and also there was chicks who are relating that it's not them.
Yeah.
So in this case, I would say they're not relating. It's not them who take up all the time. It's
the
their
guy.
husbands or their partners.
Guys take longer time to prepare.
Yeah.
But anyway, tulisema we won't be gender roles that discriminate any gender. You have the freedom and the right to take whatever time you want to take. If you're a man or a woman, whatever you want.
It's for all.
Yeah.
All right. There's someone else who says, I can't relate. This is now a female. Miriam, I can't relate. We take longer in the shower than I do. Planning our day, lakini there's something about a man brushing his teeth that means he is ready to check out. And the question to me is always, bado hujamaliza? I have 2 children. 2. I shower when they're fed and ready to check out. Otherwise, you'll change that diaper yourself. She was ranting.
I think when you have kids in the picture, that's a different ballgame.
It's a different ballgame.
Kids are crazy.
Yeah. Do
So
you have
I
10,000 comments you want to read from your site?
Yeah. I also have a lot of people have been seeing the way I'm growing bigger and nutritious and more healthier. And they ask me, so what do you eat? Can you teach us to cook what you actually eat? And those were, I took guys through a routine of how to cook Nepalese beans. So let me just read some of the comments that I got there. We had Nansisi who was saying, it's the Ado Ito Muranga na Nyere for me. Cynthia Mwangi was saying, Cynthia, hi Cynthia. He didn't even measure the cooking oil. What kind of Illuminati gig is this, bruv? Unajua venye sahi bei ya nini inaingia like sahi ukiingia kwa shop ya ama hiyo section ya kubai mafuta ya kupika hiyo mlango inafungwa just like a diamond shop. Jay, take a peek. Hey, what's up, Jay? He said served it with, it reminded me of Bagamoyo. Oh, there was a time I think I was talking about burgers and I was mentioned Bagamoyo. Kimanzi is just here hating. He's just like, sasa umepika nini wewe? Miss Kidhinji is like, sasa umeamua ufanye comedy full time. I was actually not being comical. That's the recipe.
And it was actually a nice plate of beans.
I cook the best beans.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, hands down.
Best beans is a stretch, but you do cook some nice beans.
Best beans is a stretch.
I had some of the best beans in Turkey. Like
but I'm still working on my cooking skills, and I'm going to improve this because I'm going to be doing more videos. I'll do like this until it gets more sophisticated.
When on Bachi?
I mean, on Bachi, pick up octopus.
Let's delve into the questions. Today we're talking about
money. I
had a feeling you'd do that. I don't know where these questions will lead us.
Yeah, I also don't know what's the vibe of the question today, so
let's just go.
Crazy.
And my attempts to get to know the questions beforehand
were thwarted.
17. What conversations, if any, did we have before marriage? Do you think you talked about personal finances and each other's relationship with money enough? Or did you have regrets? I should have asked more questions. Were there any surprises after marriage when it came to how the other person handles their finances?
Wow, that's an interesting question. Thank you so much for having me on the show. After marriage, I don't think there's anything that surprised me about your financial habits. Because after dating you for so long, I had seen it all. But while we were dating, I don't know, you had this assumption that I was a big baller by the time I was proposing to you, like just those days after campus. I thought I was rich. Basi personal branding, hapo ilikuwa top notch.
No, I think what surprised me was me. Because you came into abundance towards the tail end of our dating life into marriage. Now you be swimming in provision and abundance. So, no, actually, you're there. So I think what surprised me was about me. I always used to think like I'm the one who's better with money. I am more organized. I'm more planned.
Yeah.
I realize I'm literally the one.
You like chopping money.
Yeah.
Life has bigger problems.
Yeah, I'm the one who's
Wanjiru has a lot of interesting habits, like, you reward yourself. When you do something good, you reward yourself.
When you're sad,
when you do something bad, you console yourself.
You console yourself.
I like that attitude. Yeah. I like that attitude. Watu watala wanakusikia wanasema ndio huyo ndio tunataka. Yeah, what about you?
See, I've answered.
Okay. Number 15. Did the way your partner spent their money tell you anything about their character?
What money were you spending?
Yeah, just like this episode is going to be so short.
Because what money were you spending?
No, okay. We can talk about when we started getting money then. Because there's not much
That's
we can
1 month.
That's
1 month.
No, it was not 1 month.
Is what you're interested in this? Okay, I'm joking though.
Tell me.
What did he teach you about my character?
Hey, that's when he Barbie.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, Wanjiru, you even before, when we were dating, you used to buy your clothes at Mr. Price. And that's like when we were living on a serious budget. Like, it used to really shock me ukinipeleka kwa t-shirt section. We used to buy t-shirts over there, and I think they were like 600 or 700. And I'm like, hizi ni 4 Gikomba, nikiamka tu asubuhi 5. Hiyo beli kifunguliwa hivi, niko hapo nimezigrab, you know? So, yeah, it just showed me from the onset how soft you want your life to be.
Don't portray me that way.
Is it a bad thing?
I don't think so, but...
Why are you scared then?
Anyway,
Me, Mr. Price, yapo, kwanza I just used to get into Mr. Price when I'm waiting for somebody, and now I can't stand out there. So you get inside, you ask for everything. You have gumboots, excuse, gumboots. You know.
Iko story yangu ni ngumu about your character, but actually that you're very diligent. Like every coin that you get, Ben accounts for it. Even till today, he has like a whole graph and a pie chart of like income versus expenses. So I think it's that you're very diligent.
Man. I don't want to be broke again. That was serious trauma, you know. Who's asking, me or you?
Oh, it's me. Hey, these questions will be hard for me to answer.
Why? Why would they be hard?
1 month in a bad.
It was not 1 month. You're pushing that joke.
I'm sorry.
Many more Vitimbi days or something like that.
How important do you think money is in relationships? Money, time, or love? How do you think your partner ranks the 3 preferential order? So, money, time, and love. So you rank them in order of importance to me.
Let me just say, the first time I met your dad, he told me, it was actually during your graduation.
Hizi mambo za wahenga wacha.
No, this is our wahenga. I mean, in fact, I'm not unless unamuita mhenga. So when he told me, Joanne is very hardworking, but she loves money. So if I was to put this in the ranking of how much you love them, it will be money. How many? Money, time, and love.
Time and love. And be honest.
I'm being very honest. I'm not joking. I'd start with money, then time, and love. Let me just put 4. just to emphasize, because also when you are broke, you get very anxious.
Time and love.
No, money, love, and time.
Oh.
Money, love, time, then pesa. Like, let's go the whole shebang.
You can do that to me.
You tend to be very anxious when you're about to run broke. Even when you're still far away from being broke, you're still now like, okay, it's time to go back to Embu.
So you think that's how money, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think money is important to me?
To you? 12.
It's not that important. Like, okay, we have to make an agreement that we will not paint each other in a light that is not true.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you feel like you don't love money? Because I thought you were self-aware.
Not on 12. Not on a scale of 12.
15. Because we began going up on this topic.
Let me do this for you. Money, time, or love for you? Hey, for you, money is important.
Yeah, of course.
And then love and then time. No. Yeah, love then time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, do you feel like you don't love money yourself?
I said on a scale of 1 to 10, it's not a 12.
Okay.
There's a part we didn't answer. How important do you think money is in relationships?
Hey, money is very important, man. I think money is... It of course, you know, money gives you access to do things. So without money, you can't do much. Or also money gives you options. When you're broke is when you realize you don't have a lot of options on anything, on where you will eat, where you'll buy food, where you will move around.
Do you think it's important in our relationship?
I think yes, because it's tied a lot to the way we live.
The lifestyle?
The lifestyle, what we want to achieve as well, like the dreams we have. Like even the job we do, like this, you have to pay the team that works with you and all that stuff. So money is important to us. And plus, like I remember the days we were broke. Like sometimes unapata tu mtu amejam out of level. When you're broke, you're just moody, you know, just like, sasa hii serikali na hii vumbi, you know, like they have no relation whatsoever, you know. So, and I'd make that joke a lot some time back. I don't know if you can remember this. When we'd have money, you rarely even used to get upset at me.
I remember those days. Look when I accuse you of kujao.
But when I'm broke, why are you looking at me like that? No, why would you open your right eye wider than the left eye?
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
But I think it makes relationships easier to navigate, because things that you want to do, because it's a form of it's a currency in the world. Like, it's for you to get
money
something.
is a form of currency. Wasn't we didn't?
You can't do
Thanks. Economics 101.
No, like, it is a currency in the world. So for me to get anything, I need to. So it kind of makes things easier.
Move,
Yeah.
Dates.
It's not an end all. It doesn't mean like if it's not their relationship.
Oh,
won't
definitely,
work.
definitely.
It just makes it easier.
It makes life very
Easy.
easy.
Yeah.
But also the lack of it. What about the lack of it?
Makes it harder.
Yeah, it makes it harder. Like
Makes
that,
it harder.
it will require a lot of emotional intelligence.
Yeah, to
it will
navigate
require
that.
a lot of humility for you to accept that you can't just get to a certain level that you want, or or you buy your girlfriend the gift that you want. Say, I've shared that story of how when I wanted to propose, man, niliingianga kwa hiyo shop yo mwini na ananipeleka section ya diamond. I'm like, hey Patel, I know you're trying to make me feel nice, but it requires. I think when you're broke, that's the real test of your character. Of course, even when you're rich. After that shop, I started going to that shop 2 years earlier. Yeah, I started going to that shop 2 years earlier. This is question number 1. Do you have a joint account? If so, when did you open it? But then, speaking of which, I needed to remind you, bank walini email wakasema tuende hii kadi. We opened a joint account, but we've never deposited any money inside. We've never even activated it.
Yeah.
So at least you're in memory site a trade. So we have to plan and go get that card.
So I guess we're answering your question.
Yeah.
We need to continue. When
Straight.
did we open it?
During was it
The
after
wedding.
the wedding? Or
No,
before?
no. It was way before the wedding.
Way before the wedding, yes.
Yeah.
Why is it that we never opened a joint? Like that was the other
just
question.
give me.
Why is it that we never opened a joint account earlier? You didn't trust me. Your money. Twitter swindler scared you. Oh, you wanted the ring first.
There were certain, yeah.
Maybe you verbalized them or something. I don't know.
No, I just wanted us to get to a certain place in the relationship for us to do things like open joint accounts and something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
You? Why didn't we open sooner?
The amount of money that I had at that time didn't require
Splitting.
It didn't require splitting. The credit score has to keep going up. In case nataka kuendea loan. Yes.
All right, so we've said we don't have a joint account right now.
Yes.
We do, we've just never
activated it.
Yeah, we've just been lazy.
Yeah, plus I think also there's a level of
Why have you been lazy on your end?
Because since Kitambo, we've always been very open about how much we have, how much we are making, how much you are anticipating. In fact, it got to a point, I remember there were times when Doyaskize kiwa karibu kuingia unaanza kupiga hesabu ya budgets, you start telling me to think, you start suggesting things that I need to buy towards that season, before that money hits my account. And I ended up being so mad, because, when you're broke, you want to protect it with your life, So that openness, even up to now, I still know where how much you have, the various accounts that you have, the various accounts that I have. And the fact that we're that open sometimes, kufanya unakuwa a bit lax on
a joint.
Yeah, a joint. But I think we need to open that joint account and be serious.
We just need to activate it. We've opened it. We just need to be serious.
We need to go. Na nimekuambia bank walini email. So next time, don't tell me I didn't tell you.
All right. Next one. All right. Yeah. Now that you live in your own house and you must take care of your own bills, does money mean more to you now? Is it more valuable? Have you found yourself caring about how your partner spends their money?
What? I feel like, are we toxic?
Why?
We're a bit different, because I don't care much. Of course.
Okay, let's start with part A. Okay. Does money mean more to you now that you're living in your own house? But I suppose that's not. So let's say, like, when you first started living alone.
Yeah.
Did money mean more to you?
When I used to live alone? Money is everything, man. Money was food. Money meant a lot at that time, so you have to be very diligent because you also don't have so many sources coming in. You know, at this time you're still building, building your brand, you're building your knowledge and stuff.
And it's taking out more than it's bringing in.
Yeah, it's taking out. So you keep investing, but it doesn't necessarily come back in equal measure. Remember, even when we first bought the first camera, it was a big deal.
Which one, mine?
Yeah, the GX something. It was GX.
G7.
That's the most tech thing I know about cameras. So, of course, at that point, every coin counts. But mainly, but to the same culture, even up
From
to
home?
now. No, like it's not that now when you start getting money, now you start being a spendthrift. Like, to nanipata tu hapo, natembea tu hivi, nimeingia Kempinski kula sausage. So, like, it's a bad thing. I mean, it's a good thing to do that. You reward yourself. You deserve it, sweetie. But it meant more then, still means more now. Don't think much has changed.
Okay.
Yeah. What about
I think
you?
for me, I think there are certain things that I prioritize in life. So things that I am willing to spend extra money on. They have changed now that I am all alone and my parents saw it fit to just leave me alone in this world that they brought me into with nothing but myself. And you're doing amazing, sweetie.
Yeah.
So there are things that my priorities have changed and also have not changed. So like now I find myself, because the next question was, have you found yourself caring more about how your partner spends their money? But I can speak for myself and then I'll say if I worry about how. So for me, it's a thing of now I'm more obsessed with quality things, even if they'll cost me more.
Yeah.
But they last me a longer amount of time. I'm willing to spend that money on it. And then I'm willing also to spend a lot of money investing in myself and the businesses.
Your company. In a meza.
Usionge, it's not the time.
Fungua mdomo hivi like a whale and fish. Swallowing all your money.
Yeah. So money is more valuable to me, definitely, because
Yeah.
I'm able to do more. And as I've said, my parents saw it fit to leave me alone.
In this world.
Yeah. Have I found myself caring more about how you spend your money? Not really, because you haven't changed. You're still the same diligent person with every coin. I think your broke trauma works to my advantage. Because you're like, nope, I'm not going back there. So you're...
Yeah. So another thing that... but my perspective on money also has... one of the ways that I've changed is I try and improve to get as many sources bringing in money as possible.
You mean sources of income?
Yeah, kwani nimesema nini?
Sources bringing income as much as possible. What the time is it?
What the time is it? I'm 31st years old, you know. In short, I'm saying like income sources I try and make them as many as possible.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when this payment delays, there's this other payment that delayed 2 months ago.
That
So it's just an issue of balancing all the
books.
things together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't like having so much money just in my account sitting there. I like taking it, putting it like
somewhere.
On somewhere, maybe if it's your brand, investment, kitu kaa hiyo.
Okay.
I think it's my turn, don't you think so?
Tick.
You know one thing about this leather jacket, it looks so drippy.
Una sweat.
But you're also drippy inside, eh? Na siwezi toa.
Sweet toy.
Nitatoa nikifeint. Siwezi toa hii. Sasa muone hii Zara.
Sweet toy tu hakuna jam sweat.
Mimi hata naweza na hiki tu post. Niendo kuzimia huko ndani ya Indian Ocean. But story. Question number 5. Do you have wheels? Hey, man, these questions were coming in hard, you know. Do you have a wheel?
No, I don't. Honest truth.
What are you planning to do with the YouTube channel, by the way? Tuongee bei ya jioni. Okay, we can
That's
talk
very
about...
dark, by the way.
No, it's not like when you die, but you're not using it already. Like, that's what I meant.
I'm using it.
When was the last time you posted anything?
I will continue.
Would you want to see your partner's will when it was written?
I mean, is that a question? I would want to be present when you're writing it.
Of course.
I would want to be present. And you?
Of course, I would want you to be present, you know.
No, when I'm writing mine.
Would you? Would I want to see it? Definitely.
Okay.
Like, ile shamba ya bypass. Yeah. How do you think your partner would distribute their wealth in their will?
100% to me. 150%. to me.
Yeah, me
I
too.
need to start making jokes.
Me too. I feel like that. But yeah, but
Rich of you to assume.
you question your will is very intense. You
Yeah.
know? But also, yeah.
Because men doesn't believe in planning for
deaths, like something like those. Like, they don't even sing death songs.
There's
like,
one by
like, you know that
Okello
song?
Max
And Ben Soul, that
Soul.
nakufa. Hey, I'm always like, hey, Mississippi. Because the melody is so sweet.
Hey.
Even that song for If I Die Young, Bury Me.
You sing it? I'll not die.
I will never die young. So like, I can't verbalize it. It's just a weird thing that I have.
Weird. Okay, in this or previous relationships, do you think the person who makes or made more money has more power in the relationship? In ours, I don't think so.
Yeah, in our relationship, no. I'm trying to think of my previous ones. But the previous ones, hawakuwa wameniacha na mbali sana, and given the state of the conditioning nilikuwa. Tulikuwa tu tunacheza the same, same league. But no.
So you've never felt?
I would never want to be in a relationship where the person who has more money has more power.
Have you seen a relationship where that has modeled out?
The person who has more money has more power. I've never seen that in a relationship.
Me too.
But no, I'd say the one that Kenya has with its leaders. I don't think of any other.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because even where I come from, like from the home front, money is a common pool. And then everyone is able to do whatever they need to do. You all contribute to that pool, and then you all take out from the pool.
Growing up, our family money was a serious secret. When I tell you serious secret, I'm telling you it was a serious. I don't.
Or like who makes what? How much do they make?
That was a taboo.
Really?
We never used to discuss.
So have you adjusted coming into a relationship where it's like?
I never liked that model, even when I was there.
Okay.
Like, I was not.
So you were
like
begging for a change.
I was not like a financial analyst, but I knew like this can't be the way, So the finance thing, I'm shocked to see that you guys have always been free and open about money and all that stuff.
But aren't you? Is that what you wanted to model?
That's what I want. That's what I've always wanted.
Okay.
But growing up, I've never known how much my dad has ever made in anything that he's ever done. Oh,
till today?
Yeah. And I've never even bothered to ask. Okay. Well, he also never asks me. So,
and it works that way.
He's just a gangster like that. You know? Sometimes I saw this joke. Sometimes even when my parents would see me with a new phone, I have to keep downplaying it. Like, you hata nilishinda, you hata si kununua. Like you tell them you bought it 100K. This woman must be rich, Who's asking?
I think it's you.
Okay.
Or is it me? That's a long question.
Yeah, 16. So breasts.
Merarua, you do this all the time. So
okay, let me just connect it. John nilikuwa nimehandiwa notes of an form 4, so I know how to connect all these things. In your experience, does less money mean more arguments? Let's just be honest.
It doesn't mean more arguments. Okay, you can speak for other relationships. Because I know for ours, it doesn't mean more arguments. And I'd like you to look at me in the face. I mean, you don't see me with a gun. I'm not trying to fight you.
Come on to me, yes. My answer is yes. If I disappear, guys, you know who to find. I'll leave a small note. But yes, I think when you have little money, because you're trying to squeeze that money to balance a lot of things. That means there's some things that you will not want to have your way. There's some things you will not get the way you want them. I hope I'm not sounding so materialistic. But there's...
Sound below, not talk sound.
Yeah, but yes, I think when you are broke, you tend to have more arguments.
Oh, but that's never manifested itself in our relationship.
And of course not. In your experience, does the less money mean more arguments?
No. I just think maybe we could fight. I mean, like if we have an argument and it's in our broke days, does that mean it's because of money? You know
the difference between me and you at that time, during those broke days, was me, I had gotten accustomed to being broke. You, on the other hand, it was, you still, and I'm just being honest. Me, when you start hustling like back in campus, it gets to a point where you kind of accept that this is the life. You know? There's not much to it. You know, like I'd hear people saying, at Sijui, they do a job, they get paid 300K. I'm like, what? And you're not running for president? I mean, like, what's wrong with this guy, you know? So there's just a season. And you know, those days also now we've just started music. So you become even broker. Because now music is taking the little that your folks are sending you. Music, you need to pay a music video. Sijui gani hamjamaliza, kuna mtu wa post hapo hivyo mwatukana Facebook. Sema mjamlipa za last month. So you kind of get used to just living in that season, and you're fine. I mean, you're bora tu umekula na umeshiba. That's why let's school in your offer juice. I'm like, anyway, this is one cost down. So for you, you were not used to that, because you used to work and all that time. So when you go through a dry season, it would get to you a lot. Okay. And that's why I'm saying less money, more arguments. Okay. My opinion.
You know what? It's a safe space here at the Joyride. So if that's what you feel, yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Ni kama mzazi kuambia mtoto, hiyo hakuna shida, tutaongea tukifika nyumbani. Tukifika nyumbani unaenda murder. In the past, how has the lack of money influenced your mental capability to deal with the psychological effect it can cause?
You?
Oh man, it affects your esteem.
Oh really?
Oh crazy. You don't believe there's much you can offer the world. I'm being very honest. As for me, you know, I remember the first time I worked in agency, I never even used to share my ideas. I was like, surely.
Oh, because like you have nothing.
Advice watu wa Java. Hata wewe umekuja sana. So like my first 6 months, I was just an observer, just observing how things are done.
Oh, and it was coming from an esteem issue.
Yes, you just now coming into this workspace where like everyone drives nice cars. So you have to lazima uingiane na the culture of the space. So you just, because whenever I get into new spaces, I take some time just to observe how things are done. You know? But also pia nikishashika momentum, I go to the top of the league. So by the time I'm starting to share things, they're like, yo, you guys, you have some nice things, eh? Hebu mtoe kwa hiyo department umlete kwa ingine katolewa production. And I was put in commercial, you know. So there's a way brokenness also messes with your esteem. You start thinking that maybe you don't have much to offer the universe.
I think it's that fear of being broke that forces me to work like a donkey. Even when I'm at the point, like I can feel my body is dying. Yeah. But I'll be like, I have to work. Because I even remember Jana when I was having a meltdown, crying about Maua. I cried for a few minutes, I ate a mango, and then I went back to work.
And
because
you wake up and took your laptop.
do not, Alapet was like, it's time you rest. I'm like, nope, can't rest. So I think it's made me work like a donkey, and I'm not proud of it, saying it. I'm not proud of myself. I wish I had better coping tools. But it makes you work like a donkey because you fear it so much. Yeah.
What learnings have you drawn that have helped you keep pushing, be kind to yourself and the people around you?
I think the learnings that I've realized that it's just a matter of time. Like time is just, as long as you're working hard and you're consistent, time is just the differentiating factor. That ya kila mtu you come to.
That's like 100% true.
You come to.
You start understanding that nothing is permanent.
Yeah.
Brokenness is just a season, and it can't be a season of 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's just the reality, you know? It's just the reality.
Yeah.
You know, I remember one day I was hanging out with my friend, Uko downtown, so he does branding for hoodies. So those days I also used to sell hoodies. I've sold hoodies in town. What am I buying hoodies? A psycho, eh? So like, I'd just go broke like this, go bring like 2 hoodies, that's like 5K. That's at least there I've made like 2K profit, you know? So I think msiaka, jokingly, akatoa do kwa mfuko yake. Ile jokes too. And then the guy had so much money, ako like, but unajua hata sikuwa najua ni how much iko kwa by my back pocket. And I was like, how can somebody be walking around and not know the total amount of money that you have in your pocket? I saw that guy is so rich. He was like so successful, you know? Because at that time, every coin counts. Unajua kuna soya kuteremka home na kuna soya kukam hivi.
Yeah. It's just a matter of time.
So the one thing that makes me also kind to even people who are going through a broke phase is just a season.
Just a time.
Anything that you do will blow up eventually.
Yeah. As long as you work hard and you're consistent.
Definitely.
All right. In the vows, there's the line for richness or poorness.
Keep asking. We'll share with them.
Did you think deeply about those words? What do you think in poorness means for your partner? I'd like to say here now that when our pastor said for rich or poorer, I choose not to say poorer. I said for richer or richer.
For richer or richer, yeah. And the bishop was so impressed, he actually took up that model, even in the other weddings that he's been doing.
You can't go claiming poverty, guys.
Yeah.
You can't go saying that for richer or for poorer. Who's trying to be poor?
It was so funny at that point.
Yeah.
The way guys burst out laughing.
Yeah. So that's a tip to you upcoming brides.
So how do you answer that?
Oh, but you said. So you, what did poverty mean for you? Because you said it.
I think it's also poverty when you're lack of love, when you're not rich in love, when you're not rich in kindness. I will still love you even though during
For
those
you,
times.
did it mean anything about money?
No. Money, there's a way I see money a bit differently.
How so?
Like I see money as a means to achieve something. Like it's not permanent. I see it very temporary all the time with everything that I'm doing. So whether it's in plenty, you have to plan yourselves for maybe the dry times that might come, or in case they come. When it's equal less, just know what to work with,
What to maneuver.
what you have.
Yeah. For me, I can't answer this question. I do not claim it.
You don't know anything about poverty.
I only see riches in our future.
I don't see anything about poverty.
Yeah.
Ben, in a previous episode, in a previous episode, always hepa, can't run away. This is even more intense.
So just say it.
Ben, in a previous episode, you talk about when Jiro sliding you her ATM card to pay a bill in a restaurant.
We didn't edit that part out.
Did we edit? Did you talk to Selfie?
I don't know.
You don't know if you talked to Selfie? That episode, I think, is supposed to premiere tomorrow.
Yeah. It's episode 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 6.
You talked about sliding her ATM card to pay a bill in a restaurant. What was that period like, and how did it affect your relationship?
Well, I guess that question is for you, sir.
Me and me alone.
Me seems like a you question.
This period was not necessarily the best period, to be very honest. Because, based even on the societal standards, it kind of strips you kind of feel bad. But thank God I had a good partner. You never used to make it awkward. You never used to bring it up. It was never an issue for you at all, like 0%. But of course, at the end of the day, it still stings you as a man. And I know there are fellow men who are out there who might be going through a rough patch. You feel like maybe you don't want to get support from your partner because maybe you're embarrassed or something. But as I've said, it's just a season. If you have somebody to support you when you're going through the desert, just have them, It's a blessing, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it did to me.
Well, that's good. That's good. For me, I think it was the same thing because in even how I've grown up, you see the same. Like when my dad didn't have, mom stepped in and really took care of the household. And so when dad was able to come back up again, and that, to see how all that dynamic has played out, that you realize it's just a matter of time. As long as somebody is hardworking and true to it, you're a testimony that it's just a thing of time.
It's a season. And I think then what good is a relationship then if both of you can't be each other's support system?
Exactly.
Both emotionally, spiritually, financially, socially, physically, all round.
And a lot of the time I kept on thinking, like I would want you to hold me down if I was the one who wasn't in a great financial place. So why would it be so impossible for me to do the same, to extend the same to you?
Yeah, it's because of the word that goes out there, man. Like even when I shared that thing on this podcast, I was still like, do we edit that part out?
Yeah.
Do we edit that part out? It's not a popular thing to happen, but the reality on ground is it happens, and that's just life, and you can't control some things.
And it's usually just a matter of time.
Yes.
I wish people knew, like it's just a time thing. Yeah. It's my turn. Question number 10. Was money or wealth a consideration when determining your life partner? Well, guys, there wasn't so much. There wasn't so much there to.
I knew this episode is
So
going to just be
clearly,
funny.
love was a big.
Funny.
Love was a great factor for me.
Yeah.
Was it for you?
No, not money. It was more of akili. Na venye tu msee anafikiria life. Unajua?
Yeah.
You know the first times, after we started dating, ama before we started dating, tulienda Gikomba. Nakumbuka? Nakumbuka when we were supposed to go to Gikomba, we were supposed to meet in town at 6.
Then you never showed up. You showed up at 7. You were waking up at 6 a.m. when I'm in Gikomba. And you know Gikomba is to go by 7.
Nipigiwa makelele hiyo barabara. Kwenda sikuwa nasikia the honking, the shouting, nothing. How can you do this to me, surely? So like you see, such things will just show me that, you know, like you guys can combine muscle and make whatever you have.
By you showing up late too.
At least I showed up, man. I showed up.
Some never show up.
Is that the one we went with Noriega?
No.
We went Noriega, the other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it my turn or yours? It's mine.
Yours.
Hey, maswali bwana. Number 7. Has the conversation around how to spend and make money changed at different stages of your relationship? If so, how?
So nipe your question. Juu hata wewe si hata una struggle unataka kusoma tena.
Hapana, ndaisoma tu tena niweke side. Has the conversation around how to spend and make money changed at different stages of your relationship? If so, how?
I think maybe became more active in my mind. Before, when we were dating, it was just kijuju.
Yes.
But it became more apparent when we had like our first joint project, which was the wedding. And so it became very apparent, okay, like this is how we're going to pay for the wedding.
Yeah.
This is what we need to do to pay for the wedding. And then how we were going to do like the move into this house, all those things. So it became, that was the first time like I saw us actively looking at that. And then I think also beginning of this year, we actually sat down, set our financial goals for the year.
Yes.
We listed each and every income source that each individual has.
Yes.
We identified the weak points of those financial sources of income and what each person can do to kind of like bring that up. Yeah,
I think this year was the first year where we started. Normally we never used to have these like financial plans and all. Everyone would have their own individual. But now after we got married, we now have also financial plans. We listed down all our income sources. Look at the weak links. Look at what you need to improve on each and every one of them. And to be honest, so far so good. They've actually really grown.
Yeah.
So I've seen the power of involving your partner in sitting down to make projections.
And even jointly as a couple, because we have a financial goal together.
Yes.
So I think that's been the first time we actually got to do it. Was now.
Yeah. So I hope we attain it by the end of the year.
Usipo mwenye hataleta.
Auctioneers. So let me ask you a question. What is it about the ring that changed the way you perceived all this financial planning and ideas and plans?
I wouldn't say it was the ring itself, but it was the act of getting married.
Yeah.
And I know it did not change like our level of commitment to each other, but there was a way like our relationship now graduated. We were now living together.
Yes.
We've never lived together before. So there was that, especially that now moving in, combining forces, and then that officiating in front of family and friends and people we hold near and dear.
Yeah.
So there was all that made it now like, okay, maybe now would be the best time to transition into this other phase as far as finances were concerned. For you?
For me now, it's because now we've already made the commitment that now this is lifetime. So if the other person's finances go down, they will affect you directly. It's not even indirectly. So I have to be kind of involved and also ensure I support and vice versa as well, because now we're intertwined. So I think that's what the marriage now solidified.
Okay, for me as well. All right, I don't know if I want to answer this question. I will pass. I think for the first time on the Joyride, I will not answer a question. How many bank accounts do you have?
KRA bwana wamesubscribe loona juzi wamelike.
Nani?
KRA.
For the first time on the Joyride, we are not going to answer this question.
Yeah, it's almost that time of the year where returns, when people file returns.
Yeah, we won't answer this question, but we have enough.
Yeah, KRA mimi naweka pesa yangu chini ya bed. Sasa watanifuata.
Sasa wetu una pesa?
Mimi sina pesa, mimi nafanya barter trade.
For the first time, we're not answering any question.
Do you know your partner's M-Pesa PIN, ATM PIN?
M-Pesa ndio siko sure najua. You have to keep on repeating it.
Yeah,
even your card, I don't know.
You know all of them. Nikusahau umesahau.
Yeah, maybe hivyo. Yeah.
But yes, I do know
it's knowledge.
I know hers, she knows mine. It's a free for all. Do you think it would be strange if your partner did not want to share their pins?
Do you think it would be strange?
It would be very strange.
Why would it be strange?
I don't know if this is the model for everyone, but this is what works for me.
For us.
For us. I like open book policies.
Yeah.
I like openness. I like it when...
Aya, wewe sema uko na ngapi?
Yeah, wewe sema uko na ngapi, mimi niko na ngapi, basi tunapatana hapa katikati. I like being open about such things because they avoid unnecessary expectations.
Yeah.
They avoid disappointments. You know?
Yeah.
Somebody can think you have so much money. Maybe for real, you don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so they're wondering why you're not taking them to Maldives every Saturday, you know?
Yeah.
Or somebody might also assume you don't have money, but you have money. But I don't even think that's that model. If
open.
Somebody thinks you don't have money, but you actually have money, that's like half of the Kikuyu population.
Everyone with a hardware store.
Yeah, they only had pesa man.
No, for me, I think I share the same sentiments. It's an open book policy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be very strange if you didn't want to share.
If I didn't want to share my...
But I know you had... for me, where it's not a problem is because, again, where I come from. Where I come from, pesa yote inekangwa hapa, kwa mfuko moja.
I was shocked.
Everyone has access to this money if you want to use it. Everyone gets a say as to how this money will be spent.
I was so shocked when I found that out.
So, and I know you came from a different dynamic, so I know it was an adjustment for you.
Yeah.
To now be able to share with me.
It was an adjustment to me because, you know, for you guys, I'd even see your folks giving you the cards.
Yeah.
Go pay for this or do house shopping.
Yeah, like when my parents would travel, I'm the one who'd run the accounts.
Giving you the PIN, you know. And I found that to be so woke or so, what do I say? So?
Honest.
So honest, you know. And that was so cool. That was admirable.
Yeah. My turn. All right. How important is financial independence from your partner for you?
Oh, it's important.
Hey, to me, it's everything. Me, I want to be able to afford my lifestyle without being asked, kuchina umeuliza kila saa pesa iko wapi, ama nisaidie. Like, I'd want to be able to buy the clothes that I want.
Yeah.
However much they cost.
Yeah.
I would love to buy them without having to ask any questions.
Yeah, it's the freedom of doing whatever you would feel like doing. Of course, you're in a responsible way. But financially, you know, have you ever been in a situation where you're depending on another person for money? Maybe not with you. Like, for example, when we used to do music, although this was not like a love relationship, not an intimate relationship, it was just a friendship relationship.
I know what you're talking about.
It's just a friendship relationship. And one of us is the one who used to have money. So we always used to do everything possible to make sure he's happy. Because if he gets angry, he'll remind you of a certain debt that you owed him last month, and you didn't give him, you know. And you know, like you can even make him angry in front of chicks. So you try. No, but you just don't want him to get to that level, you know. So you try.
It was possible for you to do that. So
you even support ideas. You're like, oh, what? You're only normal. This man is wise. We walk with Solomon, you know. So when you live a life depending on somebody for money, you have to subscribe to everything that they say. You have to walk on eggshells. You have to make sure they're happy. Ukitumwa jacket, unaendea jacket. Muuliza mdosi, unataka gani? Unataka leather, unataka cardigan, you know? Oh, man, just one question left.
One more question.
Oh, man, I've just done.
Ni unararua.
Zifungue gently. What was an event or an experience that you went through that you realized that money is an important factor in relationships? What?
Pulling off a wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Pulling off a wedding. That thing shows you how much money you need.
Yeah.
And how everything is just so transactional in this world.
Everything. Kwanza wedding. Watu wa wedding wanakuwa wamefunga chain.
Yeah, like,
Wanakuanga
na
wamefunga chain.
watakuongelesha poa.
Kwanza watu wa videography. Hawakuongeleshangi hizo times zingine. They're like, he'll just come. Wata come to. Like, mmependana. Mnataka ku-officiate. You'll be charged for mtu anakusaidia kupanga the whole thing. Mse wa deco, mse wa keki.
Mse wa deco ushinda akiongeza kitu. Ukimwambia jua inaweza waka.
Yeah. We need to bring something. Viti.
Everything.
Food. You know, like as I said, when I nikipita kwa wedding, all I did was just doing a quick head count.
Because of
Then we spray
after your wedding ulikuwa na hesabu do.
Weke cabbage, peke yake, just a cabbage. No, I mean it's just
for
crazy.
me it was the wedding. It was the wedding.
This is the question. Sorry, this.
You? Have you answered that one?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the question to see if we've answered it.
Yeah, it was what event or experience that happened in your life that showed you that money really matters in relationships.
Wow, mekram yote. All right, the last one.
Final question.
How do you think your background influenced your opinions on money? A.
How did my background influence my...
I think it set expectations that you should at least tell me how much you're making. Like if a deal comes through, have you been paid or not? Has the money come in or not? Because that's how I grew up.
Yeah.
It was like you would see dad would freely tell mom, like, this is how much we got this client, Like it was just a free, and mom had access, still has access to accounts.
That's very comical, like, you know, how that's not the model of how I grew up, like, you know.
And you?
My dad was his money, my mom her money.
Do they have a common pool, like for house things?
No.
So how do they used to cater for house things?
See, my dad would pay for the big things, upkeep, school fees, everything. And then now my mom would take care of the house, you know. But then also my dad now standardized a phrase, sina pesa. Sina pesa. Like, that became became like a common, sina pesa. But he was so kind, he was so giving. Like even like later on after when I joined campus, I was a shareholder in one of his companies. And when we make money, he'd actually pay me my cut in a big way.
For doing what?
For just being a shareholder. That's how kind
being
he
his
is.
son.
Yes, that's how kind he is. Like, I know if he had like millions, he definitely he'd have shared those millions.
He's a kind man.
So he is, but our financial model was very different from yours.
Yeah, so has it been difficult in that sense then to find a compromise?
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes.
In what way?
The early days when you keep asking me, hey, asa umekulipa how much? Hey, your do really reflect.
Oh, so unasi like nini mbano
hizi maswali nini mbaki yare? Sina pesa. So yeah, this is an interesting conversation about money.
Yeah.
I think it's a sensitive conversation that people try to avoid, but it's something that at one point you have to talk about.
I'm actually shocked how open you have been, knowing that money is very sensitive.
Money has always been sensitive to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've started opening up more about money as I have grown.
Yeah.
But I think it's important, and I advocate for openness and bringing money in a pool.
Well, thank you. That makes me so happy to hear. You embody the man I was looking for. Thank you so much for watching this episode.
Yes.
I hope you have enjoyed it. Any parting shots?
Just subscribe. Now we have 40% of you have subscribed, 60% have not subscribed. 60%, I'm just asking, like, what if it was you? What if it was you who was doing this podcast, this video, and you didn't subscribe? How would you feel? Thank you.
See you guys next time. Bye.
Yeah.